Here we are, the Four Fields overview. So in your training, all the tools you're going to be equipped with is going to be found within the four fields. And we see that there's four fields: field 1, field 2, field 3, field 4. And so there's 5 parts. Actually, there's leadership right in the middle. And this is how it works. There's a good farmer. And we want to be farmers for Jesus. And we see that Jesus used illustrations from agriculture. And so we see we want to be good farmers. And a good farmer will find an empty field. There you are. That farmer finds an empty field, and it's called the empty field. And we're going to learn how to enter empty fields. And then what that farmer does, he goes and sows the seed, and he sows it generously. And that's the seeded field. And in spiritual terms, it's the gospel. Yeah, it's the gospel. Then that farmer assists that field, that harvest, to grow. And that's called the growing field. He'll make sure there's light, that there's water. And in spiritual terms, it's discipleship. It's where we take young babes and we help them to become disciple makers, to grow up in Jesus and understand that it's their duty to evangelize the world. It's beautiful. So some tools will be given over there. And then what a good farmer does, he gets that sickle out and he cuts that harvest and he gathers it. And that's called the harvest field, the fourth field. And in spiritual terms, it's the church. It's where we gather groups in the community in a healthy way. And a good farmer, what he will do is take some of the seed over here, and he will then start the process all over again. Beautiful. And so this in the middle over here is leadership multiplication. So here it is, empty field. You're going to learn how to enter an empty field. We'll give you 2 tools. The seeded field, field number 2, how to share the gospel. So we're going to give you 3 simple tools on how to share the gospel. It's simple, it's biblical, and it's reproducible. And then we have the growing field. Yes, we're going to give you 2 tools over there on how to make disciples who will make other disciples. Powerful, beautiful. And then the last field over here, the harvest field. We're going to give you 2 tools over there on how to gather groups in the community that multiply and that are healthy. But then there's also 3 tools over here on leadership multiplication. Leadership multiplication. Because we want to become leaders who know that we need to identify empty fields around us, each and every one of us. We want to be leaders who know that our congregations, our churches know how to sow the seed. We want to be leaders who know how to make disciples who will make other disciples. Yeah, we want to be leaders, good leaders, who know how to gather groups in the community that will multiply, that will grow, and will worship in a healthy way. The 4 fields, the empty field, the seeded field, the growing field, the harvest field, and leadership multiplication. Gospel, discipleship, church, leadership multiplication. So in your groups, teach those you're teaching to get a piece of paper, to draw it out and practice it, okay? Because they need to understand in which field they're going to put different tools in. Because as we get equipped, we're going to put a tool in our toolbox. And as we go into an empty field, and as we sow the seed, and as we make disciples, we know which tool to pull out and share. So in your groups, as you're training others, let them draw it out and help them. God bless you.